So as we go to the bottom of the sixth from the Coliseum, A's 3, Tigers 2.
Have you checked my Fangraphs, bro? I got the #1 zone percentage in baseball. If I put it there, it's a strike. Hit hard and past Taylor. Three consecutive hits for the Rockies. And the go-ahead run moves into scoring position with one out.
Mark Prior with a visit out there to Julio. I'm sure a little bit of refocusing. Sometimes you get a little sympathy as far as the strike zone, but then you've got to take your pitcher and refocus him in on what's going on here at hand.
Start to see some movement down in that Dodger bullpen as Elias Diaz comes to the plate. With runners at first and second, one away in a tie game in the sixth. Rockies trying to end a 5-game losing streak. Dodgers trying to extend a 5-game winning streak. Best record in the game against the worst record in the game, but that's why you play him. Dennis Santana. Strike one. Fastball is by Diaz. Well, for Urias, this is right about the time of each of his first two starts where he started to tire some and give up some hits. Opponents 171 against him over the first 75 pitches. 5 for 8 with a homer after the 75th pitch over his first two starts. Changeup taken for a ball, 1-1.
When you detect that little change in energy level, you've really got to concentrate on hitting your spots, making your ball move properly, and not think about I need to try harder and throw harder.
Ahead 1-2.
If you all of a sudden change your priority list from natural velocity, natural movement, oh, now I got to fight to get it, all of a sudden location can go away. You got to keep your priority list in line. Just trust yourself, your mechanics, your strength. You'll continue to keep location and movement at the top.
And then if all that fails, rip a mustard packet open and down it. 2 on, 1 out, 1-2. Backdoor breaking pitch to get him. For out number 2 of the 6th, Julio's 5th K of the night.
Of all the called strikes, that one you might have a little forgiveness if that one doesn't get called. You'd like one a little earlier on a changeup low and away.
5th strikeout, 5 more. Everybody gets free Jumbo Jack.
We're giving away Jumbo Jacks about 50% of the time this year.
3-3 in the 6th inning. Here's the 7-hitter, Jonathan Daza. Attacks the first pitch, serves it into shallow right. It'll dunk in for a hit. McKinstry juggles. The Rockies take the lead. Now headed home from third. The throw sails. An ugly play for the Dodgers, and the Rockies lead 5-3. So RBI single, Jonathan Daza, and then Fuentes comes in to score. Dodger Baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Carl's Jr. The Steakhouse Angus Thick Burger is back at Carl's Jr. Feed your happy. And by Nissan. Choose Nissan today for great offers on our most exciting lineup ever. Shop NissanUSA.com. Well, the Dodgers trailing 5-3 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. This is kind of rare territory for them. They've led, seems like, all season, but going to have to come from behind tonight.
Yeah, they've been a very strong team this whole year, the first 3 innings, outscoring the opposing team. Starting pitchers doing fantastic. But right now, down with 6 hits and an error, and they're behind the 8 ball.
They trail 5-3 as the game goes to the bottom of the 6th. Austin Gomber's still in for the Rockies, so the Dodgers going to have to do it from behind tonight without Mookie Betts, without Corey Seager in the lineup. Kevin Lux also scratched late with a sore wrist. Still waiting for Cody Bellinger to come off of the injured list. So undermanned, but trying to show off some of that depth. A.J. Pollock 1 for 2 tonight. So far, so good, comparatively speaking, for Austin Gomber, who was chased after 3 innings when he saw the Dodgers a couple weeks ago. That'll become a souvenir. Six hits against Gomber, but just 2 walks. Those walks have been the biggest issue coming into this one. 11 of them over his first 2 starts. Here's his 0-1. 0-2 on Pollock. I saw somebody ask on social media the other night for an update on AJ's daughter Maddie, and we're happy to report that she celebrated her first birthday last month, and she's doing great, running around. Curveball misses, 1-2. And for those unfamiliar, Maddie was born very prematurely last spring. There were some moments where they weren't sure that she was going to survive. But a year later, doing great. 1-2 pitch. Another curve. Flied into shallow center. It's sinking, and sliding under it is Garrett Hampson for the out.
Garrett Hampson has shown his running ability on the base paths with his putting ability, and here with his defense, playing deep for Pollock, but able to really close on this ball and uses the slide to make it a little easier forehand grab.
One gone, sixth inning. Edwin Rios. Big wave and a miss. Rios just 4 for 23 so far this year. Behind 0-2. It's high. Count evens up on Rios. '90th pitch of the night for Austin Gomber is a 2-2. Rios snipes it to left. Tapia twists around and makes the play.
Right fielder, Zach McKinstry.
2 up, 2 down after the Rockies get 3 runs in the top of this inning. Gomber trying to toss one of those shutdown innings. Here's McKinstry, who has struck out both times tonight. Curveball, strike one. And a slider, and it's 0-2.
Pitch like this, if you're Austin Gomber and you're pitching for a team that is really losing and not scoring many runs, and you get
5, you start to smell it. Like, this is really important for my club.
So 94 pitches now. He threw a career high 104 against San Francisco, first game of this road trip. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Zach McKinstry grounds on to second. Ryan McMahon. That's a 1-2-3-6 for Austin Gomber. The Rockies in front 5-3.
Subscription program and unlock access to exclusive digital content, early access to sales and special events, and quarterly curated bonus gift boxes delivered to your doorstep. To subscribe, visit Dodgers.com/Dodgers at home.
Sliver of a moon tonight. Who's in, who's out, brought to you by In-N-Out. Urias leaves, Jimmy Nelson comes on. This is the first time since opening day that the Dodgers starter leaves the game without the lead.
Could be the first time the Dodgers on this homestand actually hit the bottom of the ninth. They have been undefeated here, so this is a different place. Dodger offense has been very good this year in the first 3 innings, but they're going to have to make a comeback in the last 3 innings, and Jimmy Nelson trying to post a 0 to help him.
Trying to build off his last outing. He gave up runs in each of his first 3, but then on Saturday against the Nationals, 1 1/3, and a big part of the game, and no runs allowed. Top of the order. Garrett Hampson to lead it off. Tapia and McMahon to follow. Nelson's first one is attacked and foul and strike one. Hampson 1 for 3 tonight with his first home run of the year. Former Nevada High School Baseball Player of the Year, no surprise there, but he was also the point guard of the basketball team. At one point considered quitting baseball because basketball was his favorite. Did all that, and he was a 4.0 student. He's kind of an all-American kid growing up in Reno. 26 years old now. On a 1-1 from Nelson, he reaches out, pops it off the end of the bat. Behind the bag, Edwin Rios, and Hampson is out number 1.
Number 42, Raimel Tapia.
Here comes Tapia. First one is inside. Ball 1 from Jimmy Nelson, native of Niceville, Florida. It was originally named Boggy, Florida, but the postmaster's daughter picked a new name in 1910. She wanted to call it Niceville. I like it better than Boggy.
Yeah.
Ahead 1 and 2. Very athletic bloodlines for Jimmy coming out of there. His mom played basketball at Florida State. His dad played football and ran track at Florida. Jimmy was playing baseball year-round by the time he was 10. Always one of the bigger kids. Brings a 1-2. Back foot. 2 and 2. Played some first base, but he was mostly pitching. And by the time he got to high school, he was focused entirely on pitching. To Alabama, pitch for the Crimson Tide. Milwaukee drafted him there in the 2nd round. Nelson's 2-2. Climbed the ladder, and Tapia was able to get a piece of it to stay alive. Roll Tide.
Both my brothers went to Alabama, so that brought a smile to my face. And I remembered with you talking that Jimmy Nelson went there. Some really good barbecue in that town.
Oh, baby. Full count.
Dreamland.
Yeah, my first job. Montgomery, Alabama. Montgomery Biscuits. The hot spot right across from the ballpark. Dreamland Barbecue.
I think Dreamland actually had some problems with the law, but They didn't arrest the chef.
No.
They didn't arrest the chef because the food was so good that they didn't want him in jail.
We can't lock this guy up.
No,
Have
so
you
it's just
tasted
he's on probation.
Right.
He can cook all he wants.
Just keep an eye on him, but let him keep cooking.
Exactly. That's where they court a lot of the football players there.
Dreamland?
Yep, take them to Dreamland.
Huh.
Post-game spreads are good.
7 pitch to Tapia. He hits it back up the middle. Taylor behind second. 2 up and 2 down. Rockies up 5-3, getting 3 runs in the 6th inning against Urias. 2 gone here in the 7th as Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. Home run and a double tonight. Couple runs scored for the Southern California guys. Santa Ana native. Strike 1. Ryan debuted in 2018. Remember, really early on in his career, he had game-winning homers back-to-back nights against the Dodgers. That 2018 season where they took the Dodgers to game 163. Nice looking breaking ball there. Nelson's ahead of him 0-2. Big boy take.
Yeah, if we get to the electronic strike zone, that's going to be the one that hitters wonder about. It looked like it grazed the bottom of the strike zone, but was caught down by the dirt.
Here comes a 1-2 and a fastball that has been called a strike much of the night is not here. 2-2.
This one doesn't graze it. This cuts it right in half there at the top of the